Hi, friends of the Marmalade Lily. Welcome to my porch. I'm Laura, and I'm an owner of the Marmalade Lily. My husband and I started it in 2014, and we have a lot of friends out there who love to come to our U-Cuts, love our venue for their weddings, and I just thought I'd share a little bit about what I am up to in the winter months and give you an idea of what we're planning and what I've been thinking. So this is one of my most favorite parts of my job. I tend to be a bit of a visionary and I have a great imagination. The problem for me a lot of the times is getting into the details and getting it all down on paper. So I've been challenging myself to become more organized and to document my ideas so that we can actually execute them a little better this year. So a lot of people ask, how do you come up with this vision? How do you know where to begin? And the truth is, I really don't until I collect information. So, what I've been doing this year is jumping on my stationary bike and pulling up all sorts of YouTube videos. And I've discovered some gems out there that have helped me to start to develop where I want to go next with our property, with our weddings, and just with the general vision for the business. So, one of the people that I've discovered is called Garden Answer, and what I didn't know was that they've been out there for quite a while. I just didn't realize or make the connection with how I could use their tips and tricks for my own business. A beautiful girl named Laura, of all things, runs it or is the focus of the YouTube channel. And she and her husband are developing their property and trying out all sorts of wonderful perennials and landscaping ideas. I believe they do have a connection with Proven Winners. But that is such a fun YouTube to watch. Lots of great ideas that have helped me to kind of think about my own property and figure out what I want to do here. Another wonderful group that I've been following, there's two other ones. Nicole at Flower Hill Farm, they're located in upstate New York. I've been watching some of her YouTube videos, and she has some great tips for you-cut flowers and for developing the garden and so forth. And then the other one is Serena at You Can't Eat the Grass. So there are some very creative, very enthusiastic, generous souls out there who share a lot of their information. So, as I said, developing the vision for where we're going starts with just collecting information. And so that's what I've been doing all December and January. Kind of understanding where I want to go with our flowers, where I want to go with our landscape. So moving forward, the next step that I've taken is then I'm coming through a ton of catalogs from all sorts of different companies. I've used a lot of different brokers and flower seed companies, but this year I'm going to try something a little different. I think I'm going to go a little more niche-y and use, I'm checking out Farmer Bailey. I'm also checking out Leo Burby, kind of going to the little guys and seeing what kind of products I can get there, and working with them this year a little more. So that's something that I kind of wanted to do for this year. So as I'm planning what's going in the garden, I've made a few observations. For me, perennials here at the Marmalade Lily, they serve multiple purposes. Part of the charm of our venue is is the landscaping that we're putting in. So when weddings happen here, not only does a plant have to produce some cut flowers that we can use in arrangements, but they have to provide an aesthetic for our grounds. So things like Nandina, I'm really thinking about investing in. Smoke bush is another one. I'm going to be adding quite a bit of astrantia. Astrantia is a cut flower that is a filler, but it comes in this gorgeous plummy color, Star of Fire, and then Star of Beauty is like a beautiful fuchsia pink. So anytime I can find a perennial that cuts down on labor hours planting and enhances the landscape, I try to get my hands on it. We're also interested in creating a lot more privacy here from a large tree standpoint. Last year I added ginkgo, I've added white pines to try and kind of cozy in our venue. Other things that I am going to add this year that I think will be really helpful, because we're in the wedding business and there's a huge need for a lot of different kinds of greenery. The challenge for me is always finding new perennials that will give me greenery. We have 9-bark, Diablo 9-bark, that we cut from continuously all season long. So what I'm hoping is I've looked at a new plant. It's called Plectranthus, and it's a very much blue-green greenery that I'd like to add to our assortment. So we're going to be adding quite a bit of that. An exciting addition is going to be adding Kirigami oregano. And this has this wonderful greeny pink leaf to it that I think will add a lot of dimension to bouquets. On top of that, we are going to be adding gladiolas to our flower assortment. They're a statement piece, very fun and colorful. So when you come to our U-cuts, we're going to be adding those. Going to be adding some lilies to that, which will be beautiful. And then I'm thinking about, we have a lot of split rail fences here. We're going to add clematis, and we're looking at double multi-blue, Ernest Markham, and John Paul II. So that'll be a beautiful, they range from like a blue to a fuchsia to a very light pink. So those are some of what we're adding. So as we go forward in the year, we'll be adding more and more new plants and more variety to our gardens, and more cozying it up more with some larger perennials. But these are some of the things that I start working on in the winter to really look forward to in the spring and summer when the product comes in and we get them in the ground and we can all enjoy them here. Once I get these spreadsheets all done with what I'm ordering and so forth, I'll be meeting with my lead garden designer, and we'll touch base back with you as we plan where everything is going. I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you for joining me on my porch. Have a great day.